Ogden intersect Ogden Drive and Saturn Street, somewhere in between the Middletown, between the Auto Body and the barbershops, Stop and Go and the Safeway, Mickey D's and Canton Chef, and those red-tiled roofed houses with magnolia trees and burnt-out lawns. There's a corner house, and that corner house has seen a lot. The corner house has seen white folks flying out of the neighborhood and black folks flying into nests. It's tasted the warm, sweet juice of a ripened apricot falling from the tree in the backyard. It's felt the fast rubber burn of boys on banana seat bikes. It's heard parents screaming at each other late at night. It's held the knees of gangbangers at a midnight cop bust. It smelled the rich amber taste of curry simmering in a cold black skillet on the stove. This is our house, somewhere in between a gray-orange sun and a hot pavement, in between springtime and fall. There are dramas within and without, and the corner house has seen all. I was in my old house in Ogden and Saturn. Walked around each room, I didn't recognize anything. Chairs, tables, that's not mine. Ran to the dining room, saw a family I didn't recognize, all smiles, laughing and talking. I yelled, leave, but they couldn't hear me. I took a rake and smashed the window. The dream pushed me out of bed and woke me up. The smile in your face, all the time they want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers! I had a boyfriend, house money. What happened to them? I need to go back home. Is it still alive? Where are the brown-skinned kids having a cool off in the sprinklers? Can I feel my bare feet in the green grass again? Something is not right. Some white ladies riding their 10-speed down Ogden Drive. There's a white man jogging out of a house half a block down. I see a curly-headed blonde girl bouncing out of her old house. No more meaty meat burgers on Fairfax and Pico. Cheesy, not greasy pizza is now raw food daily. I should be happy. Walking on my home turf. My feet know every pebble and stone of this concrete pavement. Every blade of grass has my fingerprints on them. The sidewalk is angry. Times are changing, don't know what to feel. I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? 'Cause I love him so. Over 40 summers ago, white people lived here. After the riots in '65, blacks moved in, whites moved out. Even for them now, it's getting a little too expensive, and Brentwood of Santa Monica now they're pushing us out. As she wrote, she saw a glimmer of light. Photosynthesis redefined. Colors refracted in rainbow hues. She saw atoms spinning forever, making things matter. The cellular truth in constant division and refinement. Where's Tumbleweed? Where's Brother Man? Where is that bored girl in the hot house? I lived in LA my whole life. Where's my home? The backyard. The apricot tree. for a kid in summer. Hot minutes circling around the blades of the fan, caked with the moist dust and dirt in the air, making the blades turn slower and slower and slower. Whenever it's hot like this, Mom always says, "Oh, hallelujah, pork skin, it's too hot for words." Oh. So maybe if I don't say anything, it'll get cooler. Not saying anything. Not saying anything. Still not saying anything. Tried that for 5 minutes, it didn't work, and there's nothing to do in this house. Tumbleweeds outside, playing football in the streets with his boys, giving each other 5 on the black hand side when they make a touchdown. Oh, I just want to touch his hands. Just want to get out of here. Mom's cooking curry in the kitchen. The house smells of Mom's curry. Yellow curry hanging off the walls, sitting on the furniture for days, breathing in the spaces between my damp fingers and toes. Mom, so bored. Running out my mouth like stale tap water for the 19th time. TV is just one big long repeat. I saw that Kung Fu episode 3 months ago. I saw that Starsky and Hutch. JJ's not feeling so dynamite. I just want to run my fingers through his hair. Mom won't let me go out because he's outside. She calls him Varabat, West Indian for thug. God, I just want to get out of here. Why don't you put away the dishes? Clean up your room. Read something new. I want to read. I've read everything. I've read all the Archie's comics and the Peanuts comics. Well, stop whining. I don't like whining. She yells and goes back to stirring the curry in the pot. And then I go back to looking at the fan. Imagine I was a little boy in India, looking at a cobra in a basket, the cobra moving and swirling its head. I'm taming the cobra with an intense stare. I am the cobra, spinning tales of heat and dust, creating magic in a continuous circle. I am locked behind a circular cage, and I need to jump out before I explode. Summertime and the heat that never stretches like a rubber band, that never snaps, never ends, never shouts, "Mom, I'm so bored!" There goes my man outside. Smelling like Afro sheen and policies. Riding on that sidewalk like he's got wings. Tumbleweed was 14 and so much older than I was. Whew. He had a honey blonde fro as big as a spinning desert bush. Didn't know what his real name was, and he had honey-colored skin to match. Cake-cutter comb falling off the back of his head, making him look like a walking question mark. Winter, summer, he always wore that same old down jacket with the sleeveless t-shirt, khaki pants, a little baggy in the crotch, and black crocus-sack shoes on his feet. Tumbleweed didn't just walk the sidewalk, he rolled on it. Rolled on it like a concrete wave, doing that hop, step, slide, hop, step, slide, hop, step, slide of his correct walk. There was no breeze. Ooh, on a humid July in my street. That didn't matter because that boy glided up and down Ogden, and all I wanted to do was get a close whiff of his Afro sheen. Sometimes I'd imagine Tumbleweed buying me Pop Rocks and orange soda and wacky packs and OK liquor store down Pico Boulevard, picking me a dandelion from some neighbor's lawn and gently handing it to me. One time, he actually spoke to me. He said, "What's up, girl?" as he rode his bike past our front lawn. I wonder what it'd be like to taste the orange soda from your lips, or even meet your mom. The only person who didn't like him was my mom, sucking her teeth and calling him names like orangutan in her sing-songy West Indian accent. I was watering the lawn in the backyard when I saw him. My eyes followed him as he strolled up Saturn with his friends Riley and LeBeau. They cracked one poly seed after the other. Shells of poly seeds would be left in their wake. Then Mom yelled out the window and caught me. "Stop staring at that boy. I don't want him looking inside here. He steals apricots. Who knows what else he could steal?" As he got closer to the backyard, I threw the hose down on the lawn and hid behind the avocado tree. Didn't want Mom catching me, and if Tumbleweed sees me, he could call me fat. They stood near the fence, and the smell of warm apricots filled their nostrils with sensual delight and an urge to steal. Aphrodisiac to the core. Tumbleweed climbed up the fence, one crocus sax and the next, leaped up to the top branch and grabbed something wet and juicy. Funny how ripe apricots is like pussy, but only on a tree. I heard him yell to Riley over his shoulder, "Soft, fuzzy, juicy as hell. Grab one little piece in the next." That's how you gotta treat them broads most of the time. Just take it and get the hell out. All this time, I was looking at him from behind the tree. He may have been a thief, but it was my backyard he was stealing from. A weird sort of blessing and an honor. As Tumbleweed stuffed the last apricot in his jacket, Mom came up with her broom and swept him out of there. "Get the hell out of here!" Tumbleweed climbed over the backyard so fast, a crocus sax almost fell off his foot. "You crazy-ass crazy bitch, I'm gonna get you," while he said over his shoulder while he and his boys booked on out of there. Later on that night in Mom and Dad's bedroom, watching Love, American Style, truer than the red, white, and blue, woo, woo, woo. Bam! Crash! Glass all over the bed. Oh, glass on the floor. On Mom's nightstand. Our old rusted rake smashed through the window pane. I looked through the window and saw someone running up Saturn. He had a honey blonde fro. But maybe that wasn't him. But there were other boys with him that looked like Riley and LeBeau from the back. Maybe it was some other guys. Still, I do love him. Tumbleweed! 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 Always in summer, I would work at Dad's office, right in the middle of bustling, smoggy Western Avenue near Venice, near McDonald's and Fatburger. Edge of the hood, but not quite the hood. I loved Dad as Dr. La Rose, OB-GYN, ushering in black babies to the world both planned and unplanned, administering to a patient high in some drug or another. She may or may not have been loyal to friends or family, but she was always loyal to Doctor. She'd make sure to keep that appointment on time because the baby was due in a few weeks. I'm sure there must have been something about listening to a baby's undersea heart in a pregnant woman's belly that was magical. A life round and full, just like a woman. Patients would be sitting all around that vinyl blue plastic couch of his. All that heat generating from sitting there for an hour or two would make their thighs all sticky and wet and acting like impatient kids waiting for their mom to pick them up, making all kinds of noise, waiting to see Doctor. I gotta see Dr. La Rose. Where is Doctor? Annoying the hell out of Ernestine, the receptionist, she'd take a long drag from the cool cigarette hanging out from her lip and take a long sip from the 9th Pepsi she had that morning. No, y'all need to hush. Doctor is coming, just hush. And then when he finally arrived, they get real quiet and sweet, like they were only waiting 5 minutes. Dad not only had bedside manner, but waiting room manner too. Somehow to me, it was kind of an honor to change the tissue paper on the examining room tables or file stuff in the patient's charts. I'm like my dad too, you know, even though I may not want to be a doctor. These hands, they can heal. Even though I'm 11 and too young to operate on anybody, these hands make a difference in a small way. So cool. When it was lunchtime, Reverend Shepherd would come to the office. Small, light-skinned little man in a black suit and a pork pie hat. Didn't know where his church was, but we always called him Reverend. He'd always bring us a Big Mac or maybe even a fat burger from down the street. Afternoon, Miss Shirley. Afternoon, Miss Laverne. And hello, Miss Laverne. Got you a little something for you in my Big Mac stash. During lunchtime, Dad would pass out on that old olive green couch of his, snoring like a buzzsaw. Annoying the hell out of Laverne, the bookkeeper, who would always be shivering and turning up the heat in the office even though it was 90 degrees outside. What? Don't know why that man doesn't sleep at his own house. So cold in here, I'm turning up the heat. And then I understood. This was Dad's house. A home without the underwear thrown on the floor or a Lakers game blaring on the TV. He took care of all those women who needed him, just like a father would. This was Dad's home, and I was safe. Dad found a second home, besides the old green couch in his office. Smooth brown arms, not his wife's, slowly welcomed him in. The younger a woman is, the faster she could run. So the other woman ran easily into Dad's arms. And he wasn't aware that she was there until he felt her head on his chest. Middle of his life, summer in a young woman's arms may never come again. And my mother's arms were left alone with the weight of the situation. And so the wars in our house began. Why does anger always smell like rancid meat? There was no air in the fucking house. Words spewed from my mother's mouth and stuck on my father's skin as she threw his suitcase in the hallway. Don't tell me one more chance. Not one more chance. There are no more chances. This is bullshit after just bullshit. Mom screamed, and the words stuck together like flypaper, and the words rose along with the heat to my room. Sweat and fear blocked the door closed from the outside. Just take your things and go, goddammit. Go back to her. Get out, get out, get out! Dad was leaving. Dad was leaving. Dad was leaving us. Jim B, stop yelling. Lynda will hear you. Beaten anger locked me in like a jailer. I put a 33 on the record player, making it 45 and 60. I thought if I could slip in through the black shiny grooves of the music, I could make a run for it. All I need to do was slip into the black shiny lines of the selector. Too much pressure. The pressure's got to stop. Too much pressure. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Rather listen to madness on the 33 than listen to the madness downstairs. Mom threw more fiery adjectives at Dad, threw them on the pile with the suitcases in the hallway. Why the hell did you come back? I'm so sorry, Jim B. I'm so sorry. Trails of words darted and circled upstairs to my room. They always circle when something is dying or dead. Just wanted to jump out of the sweatbox, but couldn't. So I jumped and slipped inside 45 after 33, running and slipping and sliding inside Black Moose. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house was our castle and our keep. Too much pressure, the pressure's got to stop. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world, mad world, mad world. I don't care if you don't. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house, our house, our house. Dad sheepishly packed Mom's sentences in the black Samsonites along with the leisure suits and the fiery bomb epithets along with the Rockport shoes. Opened the door with a solitary click. Threw the suitcase in the trunk of the blue Mercedes. Angry words make a trunk really heavy. The car trundled down Ogden south to Ladera Heights, south to that woman. And I'd never heard Mom cry. And I never heard her cry until now. Our house in the middle of our street. Skin can absorb words, you know. Between the words that tore Mom and Dad apart and the words that got thrown at me as a kid, they dissolved me in a way, turning me into a lump of fat and negativity. I started to throw names at myself and my skin swallowed them like a Venus flytrap would swallow a fly. Names like stupid and idiot and fuck up. And the worms of fat crawled through my body, and the worms of fat crawled through my body, swallowing the words whole along with yesterday's cheeseburger and fries. I am a dead woman now. I stare at a dead stump and the remnants of squashed apricots from 5 or 6 summers ago. I am dead like that stump. Nothing in me will grow now. Not a baby, not love, not peace. And I just want someone to love me. Just want someone to love me. Love me like a bag of chips does when I'm feeling happy or angry or anxious or scared. No more apricots in my world anymore. I swear I could snort white sugar like a coked up supermodel in the bathroom stall of a nightclub. It's the same high any way you cut it. Because food is my friend, my lover, my confidant, my foxhole when shit blows up in my face, like it always does, like the loser I know I am. All is dead now. Grass a little brown from the sun and the dry dog piss. Green trees are the color of death as far as I'm concerned. Summer in this house is a cluttered, humid hell. I need to get out of here, but heat has a gun to my head holding me hostage. Nothing lives here anymore. I am a dead woman now. The ultimate black hole, dark with no solution, like quantum physics collapsing and folding upon itself, creating nothing, building nothing. I am nothing. Everyone and his brother wants to be at the Onyx. Crowded reading, electric energy. I feel the energy moving up through the floor and into the mic. There were the seasoned poets and the first timers, the virgins on the mic. People would yell, "Virgin, virgin on the mic." It's a good thing, you gotta lose your cherry somehow. Poets breaking it down for us on a Sunday night. Church was in session for real. There'd be so many poets that we would go semi-automatic. One poem and get the hell out the mic. Like this one guy who would recite his crazy poem. I am crazy. You are crazy. He is crazy. She is crazy. What defines craziness? Not getting your check. Something like that. He runs up and down the aisle saying, I am crazy. I am crazy. I am crazy. That was the shit. One night some guy came up with shit right off the top of his head. One night he had cotton wool duct taped to his eyes. What the hell? He get into an accident or something? He takes off the cotton wool and he was riffing. He was riffing. He was riffing. He was listening to everything everybody said. It's exciting. Hip-hop poets and wannabe hip-hop poets, African queen poets. Oh, the moon got lost between the conjunctions and we were just bathed in the glow. And our brother, Mr. Low Bass, playing that bass guitar of his, putting the poet's syllables to 4/4 time. Oh, I love the MC. He is so cool and friendly and makes everybody feel at home. Next up to the mic, next up to the mic, that modern and minty fresh, marvelous man, the slackerist. Slackerism, slackadocious, slacknifico, slacknanimous, slackrimonious. I am the slackerist. Slackerish theater near you, giving a slackgasm on paper. Got a big stack of slack in my jeans, but I felt the slack in you. Oh, yeah, baby, that was good for me too. Slackering all over the page, throwing down some slackerish shit on the mic. Just some words strung together and somehow they make poems. And we're all poets, listen to poets. Writing our poet lines, eating our poet food, drinking our poet drinks, walking our poet walks, snapping our fingers to our poet beats, peeing our poet piss, sleeping in our poet beds. Revolution my ass! We're not out there shooting captains of industry and shit. The revolution is in this 24 by 24 foot box of a coffee house. We're just revolutionizing ourselves. We're just poets listening to poets. We're just revolutionizing ourselves. We're just poets listening to poets. We're just revolutionizing ourselves. Put down the pen and no one will get hurt. Sounding a little slaptastic if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. Coming to a mic near you, the fantabulous, fierce, funky, and fierce Zulu warrior herself, taking us back to the Mama Land. Welcome, African Queen! Yeah. What's up, my brothers? What's up, my sisters? Welcome to church. I need to bring the Orishas down, the emissaries of Olodumare, or God Almighty, down to the sacred ground. Can you read my hair from the creamy white lie and the sting of the hot comb. Oh, Mama Africa, the revolution starts right here, right now. The revolution starts right here, right now, right here, right now. Next, a real race man down for the people. You know what time it is. Not hammer man time, y'all. Brother man time. And there was love within those walls. Strong brotherly love. Tumbleweed's gone. Another down brother might come along to take its place. At the poetry reading, he caressed the mic like a woman, cool, soft skin like a woman's, reading from his big book of poems, his book of songs as he called it. And he held that book like two breasts in his hands, a lone bulb behind him illuminating his dark cocoa skin. And that brother could spit some serious lines, stringing nouns and verbs together like black pearls, blowing airy adjectives in the air like soap bubbles. And those adverbs of his, those adverbs, talking about Mumia and sucking a woman's toes in the same sentence. The man was good. Good on the page and in the bedroom too. He had, shall we say, lots of female admirers. One sister friend poet down for the revolution, down for peace through poetry, down for freeing the unfree through the pen, down for having orgasms, all for the cause. His personal philosophy was, liberate yourself on the page and in the bedroom, and you will liberate yourself everywhere else. And I loved him in the back of the coffee house, and I hated all those poet girls he slept with. But all I had was some pieces of poetry to offer him, words that would barely start a fire, much less a coup. All I had was pieces of poetry, just pieces of syllables, nothing much. I was always the last to come to the reading and the last to read. that tiny little voice of mine like a whisper in a cave. He was the feature, I was the afterthought. Still, my skin ached to be stroked by his fingers, and my mind longed to melt with his, and my heart. One time, he looked at me at the reading, and I swear I saw a little boy in his eyes. A boy's body shaking in fear after hearing his dad beat up his mom in the bedroom, crying for his mom who just died that day, getting beat up by bullies in grade school during the day, a little boy trying to talk his way out of trouble and a whipping from his dad, riding his way out of pain at night. All of the various scenes I saw through his hazel-colored eyes, the color of my eyes too. And I loved him all the more for him letting me see that. As he walked away from me, he looked at me for a minute, then walked away, leaving behind a scent of hot cocoa and incense. Just like his skin, just like his skin. The next week, I made sure to get to the reading before it started. I sat up at the front near the mic next to my black angel. And he tore up that mic in half, as usual with his verse. I told myself that all I wanted to do was hold that little boy and dry his tears, stroke his face, his hair. I told myself that little boy needed my heart and my love. My body loved him too. It needed to go where my heart would go, not like those women who he treated like a blocked kitchen sink, laying down serious pipe for them. Between the sandpaper words in his poetry, there was a soft side to him, and sandpaper smooths things out. When he'd open up his words of anger and sorrow and hatred and bitterness at the mic, it would leave him scarred every night. And I wanted nothing more than to touch those wounds and heal them with my fingers with like cool water. I knew I was in his life for a reason. The key that fit his lock, the man I would marry. Oh, the mic brought us closer together. And the poets in the house knew us to be together, even though we weren't really together, if you know what I mean. Instead of Brother Man breaking it down for us about Rwanda and reparations for Negroes in the 20th century, he'd roll out smooth silk verses to the sister that stole his heart. It's a sister poet with the green eyes that could see all the strands of his DNA. Next, I'd get up to the mic and sing my song as hard as I could, singing songs of love and passion like the one that flowed out of me in the middle of the night like summerfruit. And baby, this slice of juicy word is for you, for your pen that is tongue to my body verse, for my breasts that were cherries for sucking, for the mangoes of moans. In the summer, there was nothing between us but skin and heat and words. The days were long and so was the loving. I hid my pen between divings and tumblings of sheets. Baby, this is for you. For sex laced with sliced papaya, but orgasms with no syllables in between. For all the run-on sentences of love. For your nectarine juice. For your blue-black skin, which my fingertips loved. All summer long, the sun hung like an orange in the sky. I was hot and ripe for the picking. Oh baby, I was ready for your juice, and my legs shook my body into rhythm. Yeah. One night after the reading, I stood outside in front of the venue looking at the lights of a jet airplane, because in the city you could barely see the stars. Before I knew it, he was standing right in front of me. He made a bullseye for my lips. Oh, he stuck his tongue down my throat. I closed my eyes and tasted the sweetness of cherry lifesaver and pot smoke? As my lips kissed him, they tasted some emotions like anger, maybe sorrow, maybe fear. I wasn't sure of what. My lips tasted all those emotions, but kept kissing him anyway. After all, I was his muse, his love, his goddess in the flesh. And who was I to say no to a god? So my lips said yes. At night, Brother Man would sleep with his arms wrapped around me, holding me tightly, not wanting to let me go. But then the dream would wake him up, and it was the same recurring dream, a hooded man with a hammer chasing him down his old block where he used to live as a kid. In the dream, Brother Man was 11 and running naked down the block. And the hooded man would chase him, and Brother Man would run around the corner and hide in the neighbor's bush. And just when he thought that the hooded man was gone, the man would grab Brother Man by his ankles, take his hammer, smash it down on both his kneecaps so he wouldn't run. And he would scream and writhe in excruciating pain. And then the hooded man would grab Brother Man's penis and stroke it like a newborn puppy. And just as he would hear the loud and zipping noise of the hooded man's pants, Brother Man would wake up and scream so loud that the windows would shake. He was falling off the edge. He was going off the Richter. And I quickly grabbed his body and saved him from falling. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. And my lips said so sweetly and so easily, how can I leave someone I love so very much? After we made love, he kissed me on all my chakra points, an invisible arrow leading up to my lips. One night in bed, I asked him if he wanted to talk to anybody else besides me about this dream. After all, there was only so much help that I could give. All of a sudden, he reared up at me, his neck bulging and widening like a cobra ready to strike. I don't need no goddamn head shrinker. Head shrinkers are for white folks. Don't motherfucking nag my ass. We got through 400 years of slavery in this fucking country without endlessly talking about our problems. Baby, if my ancestors made it through the Middle Passage, my dreams don't even compare to the horrors they endured. I can hang. I can motherfucking hang with this shit. He lit up the last of his weed and took a few short, nervous hits on it. He stubbed it out. And he threw his head on the pillow and turned his back on me. Sorry, I said with a whisper, and I started to cry. I was too hurt and too scared to tell him that I always had a 50-minute hour once a week. So I go to therapy. Does that make me a sane woman, an Oreo, black on the outside, white on the inside? Did it? As my body shook from crying, he grabbed me from behind, kissed me on the back of my neck, and pulled me down towards the bed. You don't need anyone telling us how to be. Remember what I always say at readings, baby. Liberate yourself on the page and in the bedroom, and you will liberate yourself everywhere else. I love you, baby. And with one small kiss, he fell asleep while holding me. Later on that night, I had a dream I was putting out a raging forest fire with a small cup of water. And the fire slowly came towards me, and I threw more water on the fire, and I dropped the empty cup, and it raised its red orange spinning head to me, and its red neck started to bulge and widen. And unlike the spinning cobra of heat and dust and time that I knew how to tame as a child, I couldn't tame this fire so easily. He was a poet after all, a craftsman with words, building sentences the way a carpenter builds cabinets, spinning lines like, need to taste your cafe au lait skin with my lips. Don't want to stop at the very last drop. I am hooked on you like coffee and dream. Some serious lines. I wouldn't say he was exactly verbally abusive or violent. He just knew how to use those words extremely well. Slap. You're too goddamn friendly with the MC tonight. You gotta stop being so chatty and so open with him. What are you doing wearing that red lipstick of yours? That man is a hound, baby. A total hound about the hotties at the reading. I should know I used to be a pussy hound myself. Don't be so nice to him. We're a couple now, remember? Slap. What? Why didn't you call me? Called you 7 or 8 times. Please call me back. Let me know where you are. Slap. You know, baby, I look at you and my dick gets slipped. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 3 in bed. Slap. How come your mom doesn't like me just because she's from a tiny ass island doesn't make her so goddamn special? Slap. How come you hang out with your friends so much? Need you home with me tonight? Slap. Oh please, honey, you'll never get picked to be the feature at the reading. Your shit is too sellout. You're not down enough. And he slapped me around with his words over and over again. Words knocking me to the floor. Words giving me a black eye. Words scarring my hands, feet, and legs. And all he could do was clean up the mess with his, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to make you cry again. I'm an asshole. I'm just stressing right now. Please, baby, I love you, baby. Please, baby, please. And I was on my knees, and I took my punishment like a good girl would, because maybe I was too sexy. Maybe I wasn't sexy enough. I can make my pussy bigger for you. I can let you know where I am at all times. I can be black if you want me to. I can be black if you want me to. 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 I can be black if you want me to. And all he could do is clean up the mess with his, I'm sorry, baby. Please, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Slap. So sorry I fell in love with you. So sorry I hooked up with you in the first place. So sorry I fell in love with you. Slap. 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 And he slapped me around with his words for the last time. And then he left me. Brother man is gone. What do I do now? Where do I go? Why did he leave me? Why and why and why? My hands have life of their own like a flamenco dancer. They move of their own accord. I feel something moving in between my feet. What's going on? What am I doing? I hang out at lots of poetry readings and they feed my expression. I put on my long dress and lots of jewelry. I feel the need to take off my shoes. I step up to the mic at the Onyx Cafe and I read my poem. My story must be told. She's in the desert. She's looking at the moon. Clipped fingernail in the sky, searching for an answer. She has been here night after night after he left, asking herself why and why and why. So as is her usual custom, she lifts her hands to heaven and cries, "Stars, only you know my fate. Orion the hunter, Hydra, slithering in the sky. Please, I seek an answer." Usually she hears nothing, but on this night she hears a small, faint voice. "Why ask the stars for an answer you know already? Their light has been dead for 1,000 years and has moved on as you must. Seek those answers within yourself. Hearing this, it doesn't make her feel any better. The truth is hard to swallow, but swallow it she must like bitter pomegranate seeds. Lynda is gone. I am Zoe now, a hunter, nouns and syllables. Run, jump, pounce. Nouns and adjectives running side by side. There goes one now. I got it. There, I got it. Yes, yes, I got it. Right in the palm of my hands. One word, it's all mine. I can smell it. I can taste it. Nothing like roasting a juicy word of an open page. What comes next? What comes next? I'm trying. I listen, I wait, I'm patient, and nothing. Are there any more words? Are there any more words, please? Did I do something wrong? Did I displease you in any way? Please, I seek an answer. I want more words. Bastard. I gave you my body. I gave you my love. This is how you repay me? Do you even exist? I want more words. I want more love. I try, I wait, I listen, and you give me nothing. You give me nothing. Ah! I pray to a God that has no ears, that does not listen. The page is an eyeball with no pupil. I'm not paper. I'm not comb. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not Zoe. I want more words. More words, please. What comes next? What comes next? What comes next? What comes next? There's no more words to hunt. I'm tired. I need to rest. It was all a lie. I'm not Zoe. Does that mean the words were lies too? Words fed me, they kept me alive. Breathe. Calm. Pause. Wait. Words need space. Without space, words are just letters. Space enough to listen. Space enough to feel. Space enough to let go. It's just one apricot. There's a lot more. There will be a lot more. Why didn't I know that? Outside seemed so threatening. Parents fighting, boys and birds stealing. I just wanted something for myself. Little blonde girl in the front lawn with curly blonde hair and blue eyes, wearing a pink tutu her mom bought. She lays there on the grass, soaking in the gray-orange rays. Eyes closed, laying on her back. Son of a face facing sunward. This is her summer. Her time. Who am I to deny her schools out and apricots and ice cream bells? Who am I to not share the grass and the singing of the fruit trees and the hopscotch squares on the pavement? She's a summer girl too. Smell the air. Smell the leaves. Smell the tree. Smell the apricots. I'm a part of that scent. There's always more words. If not this neighborhood, then another one. I let it go. If not this man, then another one. I let him go. If not this apricot, then another one. I let it go.